Wow, I'm starting off with there being a lot coming through today, so settle in, and I'm going to start off with this quote by Neville Goddard, which is, "Do not wait for the world to give you permission to feel how you want to feel." That feeling is the secret, the sensation in your body, and how this is so important in creating and activating your peace, your contentment, your heaven on earth within you. Feeling blissful, devoting yourself to your discipline in mind, body, soul connection and frequency, and driving yourself from there. There's a strong energy of returning to basics today, and you may have returned to a certain routine or ritual that you used to maintain quite frequently that you may have slipped away from or pivoted out of, and how you're feeling that you're recalibrating to a new version of you that feels more emboldened, feels more empowered, feels that they are aligning more with valuing their own energy. So that may have been in your morning rituals, your practices, in your workout routine. I did mention in the last video the importance of the sweating or detox. So you may feel that you're called to fast. You may also feel there's a lot coming through that I'm going to come to a bit later in this video on the Three Eye Atlas and the current changing times that we're in energetically. It's so important that you get out into nature, get some sunlight on you, and that you observe and keep track of and nurture, cultivate having a better sleep routine, since your sleep may have been disturbed or is currently disrupted somehow. You may feel more fatigued. Let me know if this is resonating for you. With the recent Schumann resonance solar flares, the energies coming through, it's been quite potent, and your body is likely integrating and downloading a lot of new creative inspiration and soul gifts being activated, where you are becoming more the conduit and the vessel for channeling. And how I was hearing the message earlier, you have already agreed and accepted this as part of your soul mission. If you're wondering what truly makes you happy and what you're truly passionate about, that you have set an intention, yet you may be getting clearer now at this point in your journey of what's truly making you happy now, and that may feel like a new pivot. Yet you're returning to focusing on your energetics and valuing you, reclaiming your power, calling your attention back to you, being out in nature, walking, moving your body, spending time in introspection, journaling, becoming clearer on who it is that you are, what you're processing, what you're desiring for your life, being more conscious of your creation in the way that it delights you in mind, body, and soul, and truly gives you pleasure and is it feels like it's natural. It's simply an emergence from you because it's a natural obsession. It gives you enthusiasm and aliveness. It feels part of humanitarian work or a part of innovative ideas or sharing your sharing divine intelligence through you. I'm getting as you're upgrading in technology. I'm also hearing as in you upgrading the tech of your body and contributing to sharing that frequency is upgrading our tech in another way. That's innovation apart from tech devices. And another thing that is useful is when you take that time to go out into nature, that you leave devices behind and you truly come into your own energy so that you're not distracted by the time, by taking photos, by checking an app, by even holding the energy of that device with you, that you're hands free and being fully in your own energy. In that way, you can create space for spirit. In that way, you can receive divine inspiration. In that way, you can work on raising your vibration. If you're jogging or sweating or doing something that is cardio or even climbing and hiking, and it gets the heartbeat going, that it's really good for your mental health and allowing you to come back into your own frame, raising your vibration and giving you better mental clarity on who you are and how you want to feel and what you want to create and how you want to show up. And it adds to the momentum and gives you the strength and willpower and the force to get behind what you're driving forward with greater bliss and determination. Let me know if that resonates for you. It's just come right out. You're also guided to follow lunar energies and the energy of the moon. So that has come out in cards today. I picked a couple of cards beforehand, and we had from Carl Gray's Angels and Ancestors card Moon, take note of intuitive messages. So I was looking at how we're in the first quarter and the moon is in Aquarius, which is really about intellect, mental energy, freedom, that you're wanting to reassess and reevaluate what's giving you a sense of freedom and the freedom in your energetics. And to me, what's coming up very strongly is your freedom being your calm and a relaxed nervous system, and that you're prioritizing peace more over joy, over fleeting moments and snippets of things, that you may be devoting yourself to returning to the basics so that you're anchoring in greater stability as a framework for moving forward in a more decisive, stable way that creates more of a sense of inner certainty, safety, and security for you within your body in embodiment and in how you show up for yourself in consistency with yourself, in valuing your own energy and seeing more of that reflected back to you in more potent receptivity of divine messages, of what to act on your guidance, of connecting with your intuition, of knowing what is true and in resonance for you. And so that you can get the best out of your energy and you can feel more abundantly blessed, that you can direct yourself with greater inner authority, and feel that you are driving forward, obtaining the results that give you true fulfillment, and yet that serves beyond you. It also serves others in the collective through you claiming and embodying that frequency and that state of consciousness and state of being in your energy. It benefits the planet at large in choosing to prioritize your well-being and your ultimate happiness, your pleasure and your contentment. Yet you may feel that you're pivoting away from seeking any kind of instant gratification or the next thing, that there's a collective purge of any neediness right now, and how you may feel you're aligning more with valuing safety and presence and a healthy, secure attachment style within yourself. Like it could be your relationship with yourself, that you're no longer allowing yourself to panic or to feel fearful, that you're wanting to anchor in greater safety in your being, that you have safety within you and what you show up for and any changes that are happening in your life. And if you're an entrepreneur, solopreneur, or creator, that you're not chasing the next thing. There's no urgency, that you're slowing down, you're allowing this Scorpio season to let you see that slowness and steadiness makes you more effective with your energy, and you're valuing your energy more allows you to be more effective with it, and that leads to better results through doing less and being more with greater clarity. I was hearing a strong message that clarity is coming, that you may feel in some way a bit lost or confused. Now what's happening? I'm wondering what actions to take. And if you feel that way, the best thing you can do is go for a walk in nature, put on some music, do a happy dance for celebrating how far you have come and seeing that you can, as coming back to the Neville Goddard quote, choose how you desire to feel, regardless of circumstances or the unfolding, since that is your highest priority, to cultivate states that feel harmonious and content and peaceful and calm within you, since that creates more of a state of calm and peace and harmony around you, in your circumstances, in your relationships, and in the unfolding. And it roots you and gives you a greater sense of strength and conviction and certainty and clarity and confidence than seeking anything that gives you instant gratification or snippets of joy. While they can be appreciated, your inner peace is a lot more powerful and is actually a higher vibration at a higher frequency hertz that creates even better through from around you, beyond you, for others too. That feels such a loving energy coming through there. If you were feeling that and you feel you resonate with that and connect with that and really are appreciating and valuing your peace more, I salute you for that, celebrate you for that, and can tell you that from doing that work and valuing your peace even more, you become unstoppable, undeniable, unshakable, unwavering, and inevitable success. So I'm going to read out the description from the moon card and come to the notes that I took this morning while out, since I left with no devices, with nothing, truly tuning in on a run I went on this morning. On stop somewhere and had to take a lot of notes on some napkins at a cafe to ask someone for a pen. And this is what happened. And this is coming back to basics, just writing things down. Also was revisiting my own journal this morning, which I got a copy of again to create and script and manifest from here. And my journal is on Amazon. There's a link down below if you'd like to get a copy of it. It goes through allowing space for your dumping of just getting out how you feel on a human level and connecting with gratitude, your future self, connecting with your guides, connecting with your ancestors, looking for inspiration, allowing yourself to channel in flow, also to get into celebratory mode in an evening practice, to focus on your small wins and how you're truly aligning and merging with the future timeline that you prefer, a future version of you, and creating that version of you in the now, and how you're taking actions and showing up and being that version of you today, so that you're merging with that future version of you. And not only through actions, but through embodied frequency, through being the frequency and feeling the state that that person, that version of you, is feeling and living in their reality. And as I mentioned in a previous video, that's more of a secure attachment style. Since if you've already done it, you've already achieved it, and creation is finished, you would feel calm, content, relief, powerful, decisive, have authority. Connecting with those sensations is generating and creating more of that reality and who you have to be and how you have to show up for being that version of you. So this journal can really support you with getting on that frequency and being intentional, and considering also what channeled action steps come to you through seeking divine guidance and support of your angels and guides in supporting you with that, opening channels of communication. I highly recommend it for Scorpio season moving into Sagittarius season. It's a great time to get your copy. Link is in the description below. So back to the moon card. Lunar energies are surrounding your life, allowing you to understand what is standing in your way. It's always you, yourself. It's always us, okay? Not everything as it seems, and you're being guided to use your discernment. When the moon appears, intuitive or psychic urges are increased, so take note of any feelings arising at this time. They are messages from your soul and angels. The moon shines her light on all that has been kept in the dark, so ask yourself if you're avoiding anything or refusing to deal with something of importance. If so, it could be holding you in the shadows when your destiny is to be in the light. If this card appears when you feel someone isn't being completely real with you, know that their intentions will be revealed to you. The moon has no secrets, she reveals all. And I'm sensing that there may have been some romantic interest where there was a push-pull dynamic and some avoidance there. And if that is occurring, it's the opportunity for you to reflect on where you may be in avoidance with yourself. And as I mentioned earlier in the video, coming back to you and pouring into your own energetics, reclaiming your power, your focus, valuing yourself, pouring into your basics and mind, body, soul practices, pouring into your vision and your mission, and refocusing and recalibrating to that will make clear to you what is aligned and what is not aligned, what you are avoiding and what needs your attention, where to direct your focus if something is worthy and deserving of your energy or focus or not. And that all is becoming clearer to you in that message again. Clarity is coming. So rather than waiting or seeking or wanting anything outside of you, pour energy back into you through focusing back on yourself. taking care of you in mind, body, and soul, in movement, in fasting, in resting if you need it, in journaling, in connecting with your guides and doing meditation, and pouring your energy where you want it to expand, even taking one step in the direction of what you know brings you greater peace, contentment, happiness, joy, or sharing your voice and visibility in service for others in that Aquarian humanitarian work. It could be even showing up in a voluntary role somehow that you're giving of generosity. In angel cards now guided to that, it's just all aligning. Okay, angel cards are generosity and curiosity to be in this vibe today. It supports you being in abundance, in overflow, in giving. Yet you are not in an energy of overextending or proving. That again, I'm feeling this purging of neediness, not wanting or needing anything. You're giving to what gives you satisfaction. That you're already in satisfaction through giving. That makes you truly abundant, and it makes the giving noble, of noble intent, and through law of compensation. When you give in this energy, you abundantly receive, and you need not know the how or the form, simply to be in appreciation of it is done, it is finished, and you receive. You may notice through doing less and relaxing your body more, you are actually more receptive and more is coming to you. When you pour energy back into yourself, you refocus on your own desires, your desired feeling states, more can come to you. You're more in your divine feminine energy, and you can feel more powerful in intuitively following your own intuition and creative process, not seeking anything, being an energy of wholeness, as mentioned in the previous video. You receive more, whether it's channeled insights, it's downloads, it's integration of new energy that is working on the embodiment of the new evolved version of you that's showing up differently in a new refined self-concept with more potent energy in your voice. Even it may feel that when you are speaking, the energy is not only coming from your voice but is emanating from your being. That's when your voice becomes truly powerful and you're felt in resonance. Let me know if that resonates with you. And I'm feeling a lot of you have clicked on this video or being asked to share your story and your voice, especially if you're a healer and you work with other people and you've been someone who had a tendency or has a past of being a people pleaser and absorbing and working with other people's emotional reality. You may find that you're wanting to be more efficient in your own energy by calling energy back to you, by valuing your own energetics and being clear on what you truly want and what truly makes you happy, since you may have a background of not really being in alignment or giving space to that because of being influenced, manipulated, or controlled or swayed by other people's emotional experiences. Let me know if that one resonates for you. And maybe it is in being generous towards yourself allows you to be even more receptive, which can give you inspiration in how to go to a next level generosity through your creative process. And you're wanting to be more effective in your energy rather than taking on other people's energy. You may simply find that you want to show up in your voice and visibility and how you can support other people coming from a more grounded, anchored, effective way from your own energetics, where you're not necessarily influenced or swayed or being so accessible to others being in your field or pulling on your energy. Then through valuing your energy more, you can show up even better and deliver better. And your voice can be powerful medicine for so many more than it may be in working one-to-one or in your sessions. Take it as it resonates for you. Certainly had that experience myself in doing a lot of one-to-one sessions and people being in a little space with me and then jaw dropping to the floor with some messages coming through saying more people need to know about this. And then just started my channel from that saying, well, if 50 people could listen to this at the same time, and we just go from there. And you may find that you're stretching into creating an even larger impact from you. And that means you need to care more for your own energy and value your own energy more so you can be more anchored and grounded in how you show up in doing that. So that resonates for you. So generosity. Generosity is a quality of spirit. It is rejoicing in the good fortune of others, even when you have nothing to celebrate yourself. It's an attitude of mind which means that you're happy to give without expecting in return. Drawing this card invites you to be generous hearted and indicates that you are ready to aspire to this noble quality. The angel wisdom suggests that you give of yourself freely, openly, and lovingly. The rewards for generosity are great, for all that you give from an open heart is returned to you multiplied. The affirmation says, I am generous hearted. And you get to align with ways and forms and means in which you can express your generosity that allows you to be in integrity with your own values and your own energy. So you're not depleting yourself, you're not overextending yourself, you're not in an energy of need, that you are in alignment with wholeness and completion, and therefore it is true giving. Curiosity comes out in seeing the wonder and amazement of this new beginning that you are embarking on, this new cycle of a rebirth. This is very potent and strong in returning to basics and taking care of you. This is so important for zooming out and knowing that being the conscious creator, you get to create in every now moment and you get to focus on what you're wanting to expand. And you're literally creating your future now today. So how you're showing up and what you're pouring into is creating more of what you're wanting to expand on. And if that is the energy of what gives you contentment, it gives you peace, it gives you joy, it supports someone else, it adds to impact, it creates reach, whatever it may be, take it as it resonates. You may feel that you're aligning more with that feeling of not only giving you a sense of aliveness and enthusiasm, but brings you a sense of inner peace, calm, confidence, and certainty. And it creates a sense of healthy attachment style within you and with the universe. And that you know it's already done. You know you've already received. You know creation is complete. Yet you can continue to be in the playfulness. I wonder what's going to happen now. And play more through having established that feeling of safety, stability, and security within you. Resonate. See life through the curious eyes of a child, and you discover a never-ending source of happiness and excitement. Curiosity keeps you alive, interested, and interesting. The angels are inviting you to be curious about yourself. Start exploring who you are, and you will grow personally and spiritually. Just get it already. Be interested in people, and you discover an internal source of fascination. Be curious about the wonderful universe in which you live, about the angels themselves and their role in the divine plan. The radiance of your delight in life will illuminate you. And the affirmation says, I explore the wonder of life. And the wonder today of how the three-eyed atlas has circled around, gone around the sun and come back. While I was out this morning, I just received, it was what was coming through for me, a calling to turn towards the sun, to call out mantras, to receive and to claim and anchor in codes. And that rather than something receiving energy from the sun, while that may be true, I was feeling that energy had been activated in the sun and codes are coming from the sun, which are accessible and to be downloaded and integrated by us. Yet I was guided by my spirit guides to filter that in choosing and claiming and anchoring in codes that benefit my and humanity's highest timeline, the expansion of consciousness of love, peace, and joy, of what benefits, uplifts, and raises the vibration of the planet, and calling in that through receiving and integrating these codes from the sun. And in doing that process and opening my eyes, and I had seen a lot of blue light and was receiving this transmission of greater truth coming into the planet, and people are being activated in greater truth, in following their truth, in seeing more truth and seeing through illusion. And that I'd seen other people speak on this months ago on more blue light coming in, and had that experience myself this morning. So take that as it resonates. I'm just sharing that right now, in how the opportunity is still there for you to get out into the sun today and to core out. I access these codes of divine remembrance. I receive these codes into my being in integration that serve my highest timeline of joy, that lift and elevate the vibration of the planet, that serve humanity's ascension. How you want to word it for you, yet you are claiming and anchoring in that the energy is benevolent, that it's of the highest light, that it's purposeful, that it's useful to your energy and to society and to humanity at large. And you can choose to claim and to receive that and activate it in your being with love, appreciation, and gratitude. So I was guided to share that today. Okay, so from the notes, following on from the video on sensitivity, you may feel more power is activated in you, in how you have reclaimed a sense of wholeness and value in your being. And the importance of morning ritual is being highlighted here again for your calibration each day in knowing that you live in a holographic world. That is the nature of the world, and you can be rooted in calm, in understanding that nothing is actually solid. We have the perception that things are solid. At the table, the chair that we sit on is solid when it's all vibration and frequency. And you too have the perception that you're in a solid form in a body, yet the soul extends beyond the body. And even food that we eat, if it's an apple, we view it as solid, yet it is also frequency and energetics. And in the illusion of consuming that we believe we are contributing a certain energy to our system, when it is all vibration and frequency. And in these changing times, we're finding that we need food less and can survive with consuming less as our body integrates more light. Let me know if that resonates for you. I've been receiving messages of this for quite some time now. I haven't spoken on it in videos before. I've referenced some on this on fasting and eating lighter and higher vibrational food forms of higher frequency in my book. And then it all does come down to your belief systems and how you're perceiving and viewing things. Yet I guess we can all agree that being high on sugar is not beneficial to our bodies and has a knock-on effect then in how it can bring about a crash, make us fatigued, we can have breakouts in our skin. And we know that through eating fruit and vegetables, it gives us greater energy and we digest those foods easier in our being and leads to clearer skin and so on. So there is a truth in the frequency. Yet again, to be wary of your belief systems. So moving on from that and the food, I'm kind of lost what I was going to say next. Yet the purging comes up again, as in you may be called to fast, to cleanse, to detox, or realize and pivot and switch into eating less, into eating more fruit and vegetables, plant-based diet, or if you're eating meat, no judgment there. You're going to follow your own body's unique wisdom and design and what you feel you're called to consume. That you may find that you're consuming less, or these days, if you feel affected by the energies at present, you may want to abstain from food or eat lighter so that you can support sleeping better and resting and integrating the energy even better. So purging the neediness, coming back to having, is written here in my notes. That had also come out in a quote here in the Magdalene deck in Purgatory, that you're purging and coming back to integrating more light. And I feel this a lot for the collective at large right now. And I'm inviting you to consider getting a copy of my book for rituals that you can do for bringing in golden light for the violet flame transmutation. We've got all of these kind of practices that you can go through, which is available in my book, which is also here beside me, Evolving in Embodiment, and there's a link in the description box below. Get this being with yourself and integrating right now, you're going to be propelled forward onto two new timelines that you may find coming into. The 1st of November is a very potent day, and also 11/11 coming up. I am doing a workshop that you are welcome to join me in. Do send me a comment, a message, an email if you would like to access that with me for a potent transmission at that time. Coming to the energy of this. The emotional ups and downs you're experiencing, if you are part of a healing process through which all that no longer serves you is being transformed and released. Though it may not seem like it, this is a positive time for you. Again, you can decide how you want to feel. To help facilitate the healing process, make a list of anything you feel no longer serves a useful purpose in your life. Include in this list all negative thoughts and fears. Once you have made your list, practice the following meditation. Imagine yourself and everything on your list being showered by golden light. Now imagine a beautiful violet flame emerging from within the golden light. Imagine the violet flame transforming all negativity into golden light. Continue to focus on the healing power of the violet flame. Let it transform you, clear, and heal you. You can simply invoke that energy, invoke the violet flame, invoke Kuan Yin, invoke Saint Germain for support in purging and transmuting and transforming all that is within, around you, and in your field into the energy of the returning to the essence of who you are and being in the radiance of your light, in your light being, so that you can shine even brighter and you can attract through law of resonance and experience and create more of the truth of who you really are, which is more heaven on earth. That's what this channel is here for. Okay. Anything else? Your slowness allows that lightness integration. It lowers cortisol stress in the body, which can actually make you feel lighter, which can help your body release additional stored fat and more from not having to be overly productive or being frantic and hectic in your energy. Your slowness allows more integration. I have a strong message here of everything is divine perfection playing its part, light and darkness. And everyone can choose new timelines if they have awareness and if they make the choice. And if they choose to align and calibrate to the frequency that they prefer. If they choose to move in embodied action on what they prefer to create more of. If they choose to be more receptive to what is divine inspiration and guidance for them and to follow through on it as the vessel for divine. And those who are not on that path are also whole and complete in their own way with connection to source, with protection, with everything. When we stop viewing anything as bad or wrong, we can come back into our own energy. And that is the purging of any neediness and seeing anything as bad or wrong, wanting to fix or change anything. You come back into wholeness and completion, knowing that everything is perfect as it is and all unfolds in divine timing, and that you are open and receptive to receiving the next revelation of what is true for you on your path. Yet you're not waiting for it, since you are deciding already what feeling state and what actions you are taking from that feeling state in being the embodied, new, evolved version of you. Now, with the knowing that as you are refining and calibrating to that energy and showing up in that energy, more is making itself known to you and revealed to you through divine wisdom and promptings. That feels very strong coming through. And if it's already yours, what is that? I'm being asked to ask as a question. Are you truly living your passion? And you've already accepted being a conduit for the divine, is a strong message coming through. Yet, if you're finding at this time that you're questioning what it is that makes you happy, this is the space in which you're guided to connect with that, to return to the basics, to be in nature, to journal again, to be with yourself, so you can be clearer on it and you can make admissions to yourself in honesty and integrity with yourself and say, for instance, I thought I wanted XYZ. I thought pursuing this goal or outcome was going to make me happy. When in the emerging now, actually, if I'm honest with myself, this is what makes me feel better. not in the fleeting moment, yet in terms of longevity, in the turtle vision, and what you can commit to yourself, you commit yourself to consistently over time. Clarity is coming again. And I was hearing the line from Forrest Gump, you never know what you're going to get, like the life is a box of chocolates, that the universe can, does, and will surprise you. And what if you simply allow that? What if you are standing in your own way in allowing more of what's for you to come to you through your doing less and being more? And therefore you receive your own guidance on what it is truly bringing you aliveness, contentment, peace, harmony, joy, and expansion, elevation. You're asked to stop micromanaging the universe and to take certain steps from embodiment. What about allowing the next revelation and witnessing your sacral response? Does it light me up? Does it lead me to where I want to be? Is it in truth? Is it in resonance with me? Does it bring me harmony, peace, contentment, and joy? Does it serve my divine mission and purpose? And knowing the energetic response that you have in your being, if something is for you and if it is not, that what you truly want may be changing at this time. Give yourself a lot of grace and compassion as that becomes clearer to you in the purging of what you may have wanted that you're seeing is actually no longer what you want now. I'm not sure if that resonates with you, yet you can be in joy in the now, knowing that it's all aligning for you anyway. Nothing that is truly for you can miss you or pass you anyway. That is already done and creation is already finished, that the universe is delivering to you through law of resonance. Here it is you are, and you get to refine and recalibrate back to that in your heart. And the more you are in the energy of love and gratitude and appreciation, in aliveness, in wonder and curiosity and awe, in consistency and commitment, also in feeling a healthy, secure attachment style, in knowing that you've got you, the universe has got you, and that simply has to be, and you know all unfolds in your favor for your benefit. Finally, I was asked to pull a card from this deck right before coming on. I decided to grab that one and to just pick one out while here on the video recording with you. So I'll do that now, and I have on my lap here actually that's the Page of Cups. This is the return to basics. This is nourishing new creative inspiration that's coming to you. It's a return to the childlike wonder and fascination. It's being in nature. It's coming back into following divine guidance and what comes to you and letting that be your way forward. It's a whole new beginning in returning to the basics. And the basics being coming back to your core essence and the spirit of who you truly are, following the call of your heart and soul on the spiritual path. A card from this deck, really collective, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Being asked to say as well, before I pressed record, I did light some candles behind me and was receiving that inspiration of if you were channeling and you're showing up and you're doing this work for others, it's a beautiful practice to light candles and incense and to give a reverence for the divine and for the beings and energies that come into the space with you and are channeled through you. Since all is co-creation, and that's what I have on the cards behind me, the co-creation and miracle cards you see in the background. And it cannot happen without your surrendering, your being, and your consent and your permission for these energies to speak through you. And you'll know it's real since it feels an energy of love through your being. You feel lit up, you feel a fullness of energy in your body. And that tribute, that reverence, that holding space for and seeing the sacredness of it supports nurturing your gifts and how you show up and the effect that it can have in others feeling even more connected to source and guided and so on. So take that as it resonates for you. We have truth. Okay. That is bringing me back to that blue light coming in and following your truth, and you're guided to connect with your truth, which is coming back to the essence of who you are in your childlike nature and spirit, curiosity, and generosity of being, and seeing how generous the universe is with you, that abundance is your true state. I am reading out the description from the booklet here. Be honest with yourself and speak from your heart, find your truth. And that is coming back to the message of to be true to yourself, your own energy, and to follow what truly gives you satisfaction and pleasure, what's truly making you happy. Listen for what is sincere and honest in others. One of the most difficult things to know is what is true for you and what isn't. Sometimes it takes sincere silence to find your inner voice of truth. But once you find it, let go of anything in your life that isn't authentic. Share your truth with others. Release relationships in which you can't be yourself and can't be real. Being genuine can allow your spirit to fly and the song of your soul to be heard in the universe. And I just got full chills through my arms there in saying that. And this is a potent time for you to reconnect with your essence, with yourself, to connect with the resonance of your unique truth, the song of your soul, and to continue to follow the spiritual path in childlike play, wonder, creativity, and joy. And you can connect that with being a healthy, secure attachment style within you and within the universe, which anchors in a feeling of safety, presence, calm, security, and stability, moving forward in slow and steady, always wins the race. Book, final thing. This is a long video today, but I was guided last night to go to the pages on quantum leaping, and it is through that calm and authenticity and being true to yourself that you truly make those leaps. Quantum leaps aren't linear. They happen when you shift your identity, not just your habits. You stop tweaking symptoms and start embodying the version of you who already lives the life you desire. Most people want to make leaps in inner well-being, feeling time, connection, and money abundant in love, joy, and success. And if you anchor them in and commit yourself to pursuing them, to being in that state of being in your body and how you show up and what you share and what you expand on and create, it simply has to be, since you're creating that. If you're creating that state within you today, you're showing up in that energy within you today, you're creating more of that for you tomorrow. Start choosing calm and peace as your baseline. You no longer hustle for rest. You create a life you don't need to escape from. What if you could experience heaven every day? Get my book for more on this. You stop attracting based on wounds and start relating from wholeness. That's following on from the last video. You stop chasing love and become a frequency it can recognize and meet. Be so loving of yourself in full self-acceptance as you act like a version of you that you admire, value, cherish, and respect. The universe has no choice but to respond with extra love. You're no longer people-pleasing to belong. Start telling the truth. It's all aligning, okay? And watch who stays. You're free to take up space and shine in full authenticity. You, in wholeness, align with others who have fully met themselves too. Expect the best of yourself to receive the best of yourself. You're realizing that connection doesn't require performance, it requires presence. Have you integrated your shadow side with love? For financial prosperity, stop grinding harder. Start trusting your value and aligning with flow. Let money come through your authenticity, not your exhaustion. You get paid to be more fully you, and yes, it can be easier, more enjoyable, and far more impactful for those whose lives you touch. The real leap is to stop asking, how do I get there? And start asking, who am I becoming that already lives there? Align, decide, and embody. And that takes me back to the first question at the beginning of this recording. Do not wait for the world to give you permission to feel how you want to feel. Let me know if this has resonated, and happy quantum leaping to you. See you in the next one. Lots of love. Bye.